YouTube. Today I'd like to talk about a guy named Shoestring. His real name was Sammy. Everybody called him Shoestring, and I'll tell you why as we go along. But if you're new here, subscribe. And if you like prison content, like and share this. All the ones that you like. Okay, here we go. So, it was in Farmington that I met Shoestring. Sammy, I'm trying to think of his last name, but I can't remember it. But he got his name because if you look down from the top on these prisons, they're shaped like an X. So each pod comes together. And people would get to where they'd come together and they'd pass stuff from one window to another. From one wing to another. Well, Shoestring got caught. And he had a bag on a shoestring. He tossed it over to the window in the next wing. And they put stuff in it and he pulled it back. But he got caught. There was a guard making around outside the housing unit and caught him. And so he had the name Shoestring ever since. But he was in prison for murder. And I think the reason he and I got along so well that, I defended my brother, was protecting my brother, and that's why I went to prison. He was protecting his mom. His stepdad was abusing his mom, beating her, all kinds of things. And so Shoestring shot him with a 30-30, I think once or twice, and then took a knife and sliced his throat. He was pretty angry, But Shoestring was a little off. I mean, he was kind of crazy, but I got along with him good, But he would just, he would fight at the drop of a hat. And I remember one time somebody saying something about me that he didn't like, and he went and got a knife and was getting ready to stab a guy, and some other people stopped him, and then I went over there and I told him it doesn't have to be this. He goes, well, I'm going to beat his ass. I said, well, whatever. I didn't even know why he was doing it at first, And he said the guy disrespected me. That's all I knew. And come to find out, he touched the guy up a little bit in the cell. And he goes, you're my partner. I ain't going to have anybody disrespecting you when you're not around to defend yourself. And I said, well, why didn't you just come and tell me? That's all he had to do. But that was the type of person Shoestring was. He's little. And he also had another problem. He when he first started working out, he could hit hard. And I seen him hit. I traded punches with him, body shots, and he could hit hard. And I've seen him knock guys completely out. But he almost got mad at me about this because I couldn't stop laughing. We was outside working out, and we was doing leg raises, for the abs. Well, when he started doing it, he makes a sound and just drops down, and he goes, "What the f?" I said, "What's going on with you?" And apparently, he ejaculated all over himself, and so he could never do those. And he wanted to get to the bottom of it. He went to medical about it because he thought he had a medical problem, and the doctor told him that this happens to some people. And he goes, "Well, I've never had it happen before." And they asked him, "Well, have you ever done leg raises before?" And he says, "No." And they said, "Well, that's probably it." But That was the one time he got mad at me because I was laughing, and he was about ready to fight me over it because he was embarrassed, and I guess I understand. I probably would have been too. And this other time, there was this kid, this young guy, and he was this black guy's boy, you know. But Shoestring either didn't know this or didn't care, and so Shoestring and I were walking in the wing, just talking. I think he was waiting to get on the phone or something. So anyway, this kid kind of goes by Shoestring and bumps into him and just keeps going. He doesn't say sorry or nothing. If you do that in prison, you have to apologize. Say, hey, it's my bad, whatever. Well, Shoestrings getting ready to go after the guy and just beat him down. And I tell him, I said, look, you need to talk to this guy's man. And you you get on mess his kid up and his boy up, and he might have a problem with you. So we go to his man, and Shoestring saying, your boy disrespected me. And he goes, what did he do? So Shoestring told him, he goes, man, I'm tired of that kid anyway. He's been nothing but trouble since I got him. He says, do what you gotta do. So we're making our lap, and Shoestring walks past him and just brings his elbow back like this, right in the dude's fucking face, lays him out. And dude was just laying on the ground, just kind of like jerking. And so we keep walking, and uh, guards come in. They seen him laying there, and they came running in there, and everybody was saying that he slipped, on the water by the shower, because it was near the showers. And so they took him to medical. He had to go to medical, and they started pulling us out, uh, talking to us. And they get to me, and they said, who hit him? And I said, nobody hit him as far as I know. I said, me and Shoestring was walking laps, and we hear this like noise, and we looked over, and he's laying on the ground. And he says, you saw nobody hit him? I said, no, I didn't see nobody hit him. He goes, well, I think you're lying, because said this guy's got like a fractured jaw. He's got some teeth that are real loose. He said that didn't come from him falling. I said, you don't think him hitting the concrete hurt? He goes, he was hit. And so he says, put your hands up here. And so I put my hands up there. He looked at my knuckles. He next he called Shoestring back there, and Shoestring pretty much told him he didn't know what happened either. He looked at his knuckles, but Shoestring was telling me, he said that idiot, if he'd looked at my elbow, he would seen it all bruised and swollen. And he said, but he didn't. He just looked at my knuckles. And so nobody went to the hole over that. But the kid's boy, man, he said, damn, Shoestring, said you let him out. And Shoestring said, well, you told me to take care of it, do what I wanted. He goes, no, I ain't putting you down for that. He says, I'd like to hire you. Shoestring said, for what? He goes, just in case I need something taken care of, And you can, I can hire you to knock people out, beat people up. And Shoestring said, let me think about that. And so we continued walking. And Shoestring said, what do you think? I said, I wouldn't get involved in that with you. I said, but I will tell you, there's probably money in it, get you a little hustle if you need money. I said, I personally wouldn't do it. And he said, well, I'll do it. So he ended up doing it, and the dude was paying him good. But then Shoestring got to where he was doing it for other people for just like a bag of coffee or, you know, half a bag of coffee. And I told him, I said, you're, you know, you need to be getting paid more than that. He goes, yeah, but he said, really needed the coffee. So, and that's all they had, I said, you're knocking people out over a bag of coffee or half a bag of coffee. Keefy coffee, instant coffee. It's like $1.75 or something in the canteen at that time. So anyway, that's my story about uh, Shoestring. I told you I was going to do these stories about different people, and I'm sorry I hadn't done any more before now. I've been doing these other videos, but I'm trying to get back into it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I thank you for watching.